Hey friends, it is Corey with Creative Roots Art. Welcome to our Tuesday shopping experience, and today is all about the manatees, save the manatees, and it is our Mandy from Wonderful Whimsical by Mandy. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mandy. So we're all doing kind of like ocean or water, manatee kind of. That's our theme for today. I'm actually doing an ocean scene. So it's a girl and she's kind of looking off into the ocean, and I like to tell stories. So I think she's probably, maybe there's like some manatees that accidentally got into the ocean. Because I think they mostly are in like rivers. I'm gonna fill this up and we are gonna get going. I'll be, of course, using some of my palette knife techniques. I just love, why do I have this here? So I'm gonna be turning you guys right down to here. Let's say, so I hope you're enjoying this. Yeah, a little bit of burnt umber here. This is pretty neutral as far as colors. Well, I have some. Got my white. I'm gonna probably do a little bit of, I think this is celery. No, this is sage. I always say celery. I think I had a celery. This is a sage, and then I do have, I'm gonna need dark, no, I'm gonna use my Prussian blue, but it's not like real bright ocean. The whole thing is just very, very neutral. I'm loving texture, so we're gonna have texture in there. Let me grab my yellow. I hurt my back and my neck, like it's muscular, so you might see me turning. It doesn't look very natural. It hurts. It hurts. So every time I come over, I should just do this. Actually turn my stool, right? Ooh, maybe we'll add a little bit of this beautiful. This is probably teal. Oh, it's ocean green. We have to use it, right? We have to use it. I have never been out of so many paints in my life. Oh my goodness, I'm so low on many. I'm gonna turn you guys down to here. Okay. You're not really gonna be able to see, are you? Yeah, we'll do this. This is small. This is only a 9 by 12 canvas. So I'm gonna have everything on my, oh my goodness, I forgot what it was called. I think it's called the pop-up shop. I'll put it in the comments, okay? So I loaded a bunch of different pieces that I'm selling right on there. So that's my little temporary store. So if you're interested in any of anything, this one as well as, well, I don't know how many. I have quite a few pieces that I have loaded into that store. So check it out. And for today, because we're raising awareness and also it's kind of like a fundraiser, so 10% of whatever is sold today, I will donate to the manatees, the Save the Manatees project. Okay, I'm just trying, I think I'm just gonna totally start with this. I have this one. So these are palette tools. I like the ones that are pointed because I like to do my scratching with it. This one's not exactly pointed, but it still does the job. I have this one. I had my friend, I think she tried this one. I've never used it, but we can. So that's what I'm mostly gonna be using. Then of course, paint brushes, and I don't know, I think I'm just gonna use these for texture. I don't think I'm gonna add anything. A lot of times I'll add my, or baking soda. Okay, so this is buttercream, and it actually has a little bit of orange in it, but that's okay. I'm just starting. Is this on the right side? Yes, it is. Okay. I don't use these that much. Oh, I painted this buttercream already, so, oh goodness. I will also post who is up after me, and you can see everything, every one of us. There's presenters from 1 to 9. You can find us right in the shopping experience. That's our hub, but we also are in Oh my goodness, I'm not doing good with names today. Oh my goodness, the Peaches and Roots Art Market. So we'll stream into there as well. I keep using my the buttercream, and I just love it, but you can't see it because I already did the background. I need a little more water. And so if you haven't joined yet, make sure you're part of our the shopping experience, because we live sell on Tuesdays, but you can find things for sale every day. We post many different, and it's from many different people, not just the ones you see on Tuesday, but it's really open to anybody. So if you're somebody who likes to sell pieces, like, it doesn't have to be something you made, but we do like it to be unique. You can post right to the shopping experience, and it's private, so we will get you in there. Well, if it's appropriate, try to put your how much it costs and what form of payment you use, or just do like links if you have if you have stores. Okay, let's add a little bit of this. Now, if I have a little extra time today, because this is a video, you could go ahead on over to my shopping, my page, sorry, my pop-up group, pop-up shop, and shop for a little bit before the next presenter is up, because I'm not really sure how much time this is going to take. It may take me the whole time, but when I do videos, it eats up my storage, so there's a good chance I won't be able to post all of this. So if that's the case, head on over and shop to see what else I have. I got a bunny, I have a couple of angels. Oh, I have 2 bunnies. Oops. I just did a really cool, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I did it over the weekend. It is, I didn't measure it, but I'm thinking it's bigger than this, and this is a 9x12. I want to say it's like a 12x16, but it's a cutting board, and it's double-sided. So you got a church on one side and a gorgeous bunny picture. It's vintage. They're both, it's the same style, because obviously whoever gets it, only one person is going to be getting it. So if you like one side, you'll like the other. Let's add a little bit of this beautiful ocean green. Again, it is going to be pretty muted, but I love these colors. So pretty. So pretty. I'm going through my white like crazy. Okay, and this is kind of like, I think this is sand. I'm going to be painting a girl, and she's just walking along, she's just walking along the beach here, wondering, like everybody else, what's going on with these manatees. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but I do know, one time I was in Myrtle Beach. It was summer, and oh my goodness, it was so busy, and an alligator had drifted off. I think it was probably like a young one, drifted right off into the ocean from probably, some kind of canal or something, and everybody had to get out. My daughter, who is 27, she was only like 10 weeks old, so obviously it's a long time ago, but we weren't out there at the time, my daughter and I, but my son, who was close to 5, I think. No, he was 4. He was out there. He was down at the beach with my husband, so he always remembers that. It was so crazy. So that's where I got the idea. I think it could happen, couldn't it? with manatees. I don't know a whole lot about manatees, but our Mandy does. And she, you know, this is for her birthday. She's very passionate about them. I don't know if they are endangered. I actually have not even had the chance to look yet, but I will. I'll look it up. So hopefully you guys like this, and make sure you check that out. We have like a little logo right on our flyer. It says Save the Manatee. So maybe in the comments, if I can do that on a video. Yeah, we get video comments, right? But we can put, you know, where you can help them. So I've seen them before. They're so docile. Aren't they called like a sea cow, I think? So I remember I go to Florida very often, and at one of like, what was that? I don't know. They were talking about the manatees though. I'm pretty sure that that's what they're called, right? And I've seen them like in rivers or a bay, you know, they call it different. I'm from upstate New York. To me, it's a river. Is a bay and a river the same thing? I'm not sure. Okay, so here's the waves, and this is the shoreline here. And she's just kind of walking on the side there, up the beach, down the beach. We got our little white caps here. Gosh, I want to go to the beach. I'm actually headed to Florida. It's not really for fun, but I'm certainly gonna make it fun. We're gonna get some fun in. my kids, they're neurosurgeon, but neurology as well is in Florida. My boys have had deep brain stimulation. Yeah, so their neurosurgeon is there, and my youngest, who's 22, he got it when he was like 8. He got the surgery, and it was great, but so then he had, due to what they have, which is called dystonia, it's a genetic disorder that I knew nothing about and had no idea we had it in the family, but it is genetic. When my oldest was 8, I believe, he just started having symptoms. It's a movement disorder. So their neurosurgeon is there anyway, and then for years and years and years, we had an amazing neurologist here. I mean, literally, even like them in Florida, they're like, why are you coming here? He's like one of the best in the world, who was always gone, but he retired anyway. And my youngest had scoliosis surgery. They believe that scoliosis is due to the condition. So he had that when he was, I think he was 18. He's 22 now. He's 17 or 18. I'm pretty sure it was 18. I don't know. But anyway, he's been having some issues with the dystonia. We don't know if the scoliosis surgery made the dystonia go crazy. It didn't. It certainly didn't right away. But so he has to go get like a full workup. So we will be in Florida. I'm not sure how long, but his appointment with neurology is in March. So March 5th. March 6th, so he doesn't even know yet. I'm telling you guys, and he doesn't even know. He's not real thrilled. He really doesn't want to go, but I want them to look at him, and we just don't have neurology, a neurology department anywhere local that would even know what this is, you know? They might know what it is, but they don't know what they're looking for. They don't specialize in it. So I just feel more comfortable having him seen there, and they have just all the right equipment. I would like him to have like an MRI and all of that. But first, he's just going to the neurologist, and they're gonna evaluate him and just go from there. So prayers for that, because he does not want to have any of the surgery again. I mean, it's quite a surgery, especially for him. He has a really hard time healing, but it's just, he went through so much, and it's his whole left side. He's really struggling to even be able to walk. So, you know, if you've gone through all that, it's just, he can't have it stay like that. And it's just been progressively getting worse. So hoping it's just something that maybe they could tweak, because they actually have like, they're called stimulators. It's like a pacemaker, but it doesn't go to their heart, it goes to their brain. So it just could be like something, you know, needs to be tweaked, but it's not fun. He doesn't like to have that done at all. It's super uncomfortable. When they shut the device off, it looks like he's having seizures. It's really, really scary, very scary for him. It's not dangerous, but you know, it just doesn't feel good. So he just said, no, I'm fine. Well, he's not fine. He's not fine. It's just getting worse and worse. So that's what we'll be doing. Maybe I can come live from there. Okay. I gotta let this dry, so we'll do more of the, you know, the white caps and such. And we'll thicken this up. It's gonna be, you know, choppy. I've been really, really, really into choppy, almost like a messy look, but oh, it's so cool. I just love it. It's very freeing to me, and it looks really, really cool. So how perfect. And I also like metallics, so we'll do that as well. Oh. Okay. I know it kind of looks like it's just like a little pond, but it's not going to look like that. This is just how I have to get it set up, you know? This is it burnt? It says it's burnt umber. It's definitely not one of my favorites. It's all I have right now. It's artist acrylic. It's super thick, but it doesn't, it has too much black in it. So I added orange, and it still just doesn't look like the burnt umber that I like. But gotta work with it, right? Gotta work with what we have, huh? Okay, you can also use this, oops, don't worry about my sweater, guys. It's actually full of paint. And I'm very sorry if this is loud. I don't know how to do like any kind of like noise reducing on videos. I just don't know. So hopefully this is not horrific for you. Okay. Again, these are flat canvases, and that's nice. It's easier to frame. I can put a wooden frame around these. Nothing fancy, but I can, and I do like it. It's more like a vintage look though. Let's see. Oh, I need a little bit more orange here. And then I'll add her. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Okay. Let's see. I can try to get it to be the hour. Okay. Oh, that's not. She's not gonna be big enough. So we gotta make sure she's not in the water. Let's see. Just walking on the beach. She's got like a gorgeous flowy dress on. I always wear a gorgeous flowy dress when I'm at the beach, don't you? Maybe they were getting their pictures. Maybe it's like a wedding, what's it called? Engagement shoot, and then, you know, they heard about the manatees, so they're just trying to be supportive and see what's going on. Okay. It's kind of freaky because she doesn't have a head at the moment, but I'm trying to see just how far. I don't want her to be like freakishly huge, but I want her to be big enough so she's not in, you know, in the ocean here. Let's see. it all comes together in the end, right? And it is very wet, so I won't be able to do a whole lot of building up without drying it. Yeah, I'm gonna make that come out a little bit more. I was hoping once I got her on here, it wouldn't look like it, you know, it was just kind of a little puddle or something. So I'll work with that. This has like really, oh, I think that's called bell, like the bell sleeves. And then we'll add this and this and this. So I'm just putting a little bit of orange. Oh, I didn't get more red, but this should be okay. I've got the heat on and it's drying my paints out super fast. Oops, that little yellow in there. Guess I should have brought you guys closer, huh? I don't want to have it on my table because I'll shake it. It'll be shaking the whole time, so you're on a table that's in front of my art table. That's usually how I do it. But I didn't realize it was going to be so far. Did not realize that. Let's take this. Sorry, just trying to position it, and, you know, pay close attention here. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever seen or heard of like a manatee's, you know, finding their way into the ocean. I think they like more shallow water, don't they? Every time I've seen them, they've been in shallow water. My aunt and uncle, oops, I had it, or still do, my aunt still does, have a house in Florida. I can't remember where it was. Oh, that one. Starts with an M. I'm trying to think of it. It's near Sebastian, but they had like a little canal or an inlet or a river, bay, I'm not sure. And we saw them there before. But I don't know about the ocean. They actually would venture that far. I mean, I know they don't want to live in that water. They live in like the brackish water, right? Which is a mixture of like typical river and then ocean water. Well, this stinks. I don't even think you can see it. It's scary. She doesn't have a head. Let me add her head right now. And this is how, when I do lives, you know, if you watch me, if you're new to me, please let me know. But I don't get it done right then because, I mean, my work takes building up. Even though I can dry it, it's still, I like to leave it and then come back to it. And I like natural drying, so typically I'll just get it started with you guys, and I always do take pictures, or you know, I'll put like little videos of what I've gotten, like what the next stage entails. But it's fun to get started, right, with you guys. This girl, she's got, oh, this is Pinterest inspired. I was trying to find different manatees ones. I really couldn't find a whole lot that, like, you know, sparked like a creative you know, excitement. So, and I saw this, I'm like, ooh, I want to do her. So hopefully that's okay. But I'm sure you'll be seeing plenty of other creatives, art creative projects, you know. We're all so different, and we don't all paint, we all create. Let's see, I think she's holding, kind of like holding on her sleeves, so you can't really see her hands too much, but and this is her foot. Okay, let's add a little bit more of our ocean. I'm gonna have to put more white. Going through this white like crazy. I'll use this white that I don't love because it's not as bright as the white I like. I mean, it's that same brand, Artistic Acrylic. It's Phoenix. This is titanium white. It's just, they're super thick, but they don't come out as bright as, like, you know, the other acrylics. Okay. I feel like this should be a little bit more out. See how nice that is though as it dries, and you can really get some white caps. So I'll just continue to do that, you know, as I build it up. Let's see. Get a little bit of this. Oops, I don't want that. Well, one of the blues that I used on another project, when I mixed it with white, it turned purple. It was cool, but I don't really want this purple. Let's see. There. I think now you can kind of get an idea. I'm gonna make this go out like a little bit further. Just didn't want it to look like like there's just like a little pond or something. Oh, I don't want the water there. She's walking on the beach, not in the water. Walking right at the shoreline, which is what I do. Oh my gosh, I don't even know when the last time I actually like went swimming in the ocean. I love going to the beach, but I don't swim. I'll walk up and down the beach and obviously sit at the beach, but I don't really love swimming in the beach. I mean, in the ocean. Not really. I love my in-laws had for years, oh my goodness, the last probably 25 years, they've rented condos for the whole winter. So we would all take turns going down, or everybody would go down, all the kids and the grandkids. And they would go to they would rent different, at first anyway, the first couple of years it would be like different condos every time. But they did have this one that they tried to get yearly, and oh, I loved it. I had the, you know, the pool so that you can see the ocean while you're in the indoor pool. That was great, because we would go down usually like around this time, actually in March, and you know, it's in Myrtle Beach, and Myrtle Beach isn't always that warm in March. They have warm days, but you just never knew, so it was nice to have that option. You know, half of it was outside and half was in, so you could choose. This is actually one of my favorite metallics. It's an antique bronze, extreme sheen. I probably shouldn't have put it on there yet because it really kind of gets lost in the other, you know, in just your regular acrylics. But I do like that color. Yeah, this is pretty. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna add a little bit of black, get a little more choppy. Like I said, as it dries, which is drying pretty quick, at least on the outside here, it's just easier to go back through, you know, with these chunky, it's almost like a dry brush, but what you would do with a dry brush, but we're doing it with palette tools. I'm sure you know what they're actually called. They're not called palette tools, but I'll put that shimmer in here. This is the antique bronze, but I'll be using the copper. The antique bronze is Deco Art Extreme Sheen, but Craftsmart has some really good metallics. I love their metallics. And I actually went to Michael's because it's Michael's brand, specifically for the brown, and they didn't have it. But this is cool. It's definitely not like a replacement. It's not really the same as the the Craftsmart's brown metallic, but it's a cool one. You just never know when you go there, right? At least it's still open. I don't know, Hobby Lobby. I mean, I don't have a Hobby Lobby. We have our Hobby Lobbies, like, oh, there's two of them, and they're both the same distance. It's about an hour away. But the Joann's, I don't know yet if ours is leaving. That's so sad because ours is newer. So if they are, I'll just be really surprised because not every Joann's is leaving. And I mean, our area is kind of dead. Well, actually, where both the Michaels and Joann's, they are actually in the college town. So, you know, that might spare it because they give a lot of business there. So we'll see. I meant to look online, I forgot. Okay, so she's got blonde hair, but, you know, shadows. She's got like a little bun here. She definitely was getting pictures, don't you think? It's very cool. I'm just trying to make sure that that's how I want this. Because I'll keep, like I said, I'll keep building it up. This is driving me nuts. I never have that on there. I usually clean up like 15 times during my creating. I just don't like it. It actually distracts me a little bit. I can get it all over my hands, no issue at all, but when it gets on my table and stuff, I don't know, I don't like it. I like to keep it pretty clean all around, but for time's sake, let's see, it's only been 30 minutes, that's crazy. When it's, you know, when I'm on my live, it feels like it goes so fast. I always work the entire canvas the whole time. A couple different reasons. I really like to see immediate results, but also I like that way it gives like the other pieces that I'm not working on at the moment, you know, to dry. Gives them that chance. Now I want these to be really thick, so it really looks like a cap, you know. So what I may do is once I have it all, you know, fairly detailed, I will go back and add the baking soda and then and then make some of the caps to keep it, to give it that texture and dimension, as if it really has, gathered up here, kind of like foam. How that, you'll see that. And then I know there's not usually green in the ocean, but for some reason I'm feeling like I want that color, because we're going to keep it, semi-neutral, so I'm not going to use any like bright colors, but I just think that looks really pretty. It'd be really pretty with decor too, this green, like this celery, and this is sage and moss. It's so very popular. So if you want it like in your decor, it's awfully pretty. You could even put sand. I don't have any down here that I know of, but on the actual sand, I could do that. I mean, where it's painted, we could put actual sand. This is what you're looking at. So pretty. Her foot's back here, like she's taking a long stride. I'll work on that a little bit. Kind of got lost in the sand. So how I make my skin tone, I use orange, just like a typical orange, and yellow. This one I think is called bright yellow, and some white, and I'll even put like that, the buttercream, and then a little hint of like maybe a bright red, a brick red, and then, usually I use, my finger had black on it. Didn't know that. She is a little bit sun-kissed for sure, but obviously not black. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. A lot of people get so dark. I'm not one of those. I'm envious. I used to get like a good color when I was younger. I really don't. I don't really tan that well these days. I do remember that those sun-kissed tans don't stay. I always used to burn first because, especially as teenagers, you don't listen, and all you can think about is getting so dark. Because we used to go for spring break every year. And that was the goal. You just gotta fry yourself, and then it'll turn into a gorgeous tan. And it usually did, but a lot of the times, the tan peeled off by the time I got home. That happened to me quite a few times. I was devastated because, it burned, and then it turns into this nice, ocean side tan. And then I remember the one time I was just loading aloe on it the entire way home, because we would always have like a motor home. So I'd be in the bathroom, lathering myself up with that aloe plant, and once you know it, it was just coming off in sheets one time, and that was literally the best tan I ever had. I think I was like maybe a junior in high school, so it's just so important. And I think I had some of the tan, but the majority of it came off. Okay, this is probably getting pretty close to being, all that I can show today. I'm gonna add a little bit of the gold. I have a couple different golds. This one, it's Deco Art Crafters Metallic. It's just about gone, but I got it at a dollar store in Florida. And I like it because it's a little bit brighter. But then there's this one, is the Craft Smart. It just says gold, so you can kind of see, maybe you can't. This one's a little brighter. So it's nice to use both and just have that combo, but I'm gonna just dip it in here a little bit with my palette tool and just kind of have it go here and there on the beach. The beach section, like I said, sand would be very cool. I do have sand. I know for sure I have it to my house from Florida or Myrtle Beach. It was probably Myrtle Beach because I think that's where I went last. No, I did go to Florida. I don't know. I'm always up and down the East Coast, really. From here, south. I don't really go north often. But maybe I will add that. So if this is something you guys are interested in, like I said, I'll have my store. I'm hoping to have everything loaded. This probably won't be loaded, but you're watching this. So if you want to, you know, just, oh, I'll try to load it. That's right. Because I'm trying to have you just go to that shop because unless I only have this one time on here, if I share it, then those comments, you know, they don't transfer over to the second, like the replays. I mean, the replay it will, but if you share it, you know, and then sometimes I miss it if you know, comment sold. So that's what I was trying to have. I need some kind of shop that you can go in there and underneath it say comment sold. It's going to be on Facebook. It's a Facebook group, and it's my pop-up store or pop-up shop. I can't remember what it's Creative Roots Art pop-up shop, I think. And then you're just gonna comment sold under whatever ones you want. And if you do that today, you get 10% of what you purchase will go to the Manatees Project. I'll talk to Mandy about it because she said, I think she is involved with it, so she'll know how we do it. But all you're doing is just purchasing. That's all you have to worry about, and we will figure out the rest. Everyone, we're not all doing the 10%. Some might be auctioning off a piece. You know, some may just be telling you, you know, some literature about them, you know, just kind of to raise awareness. So that's up to them. We left that up to them. I never want to tell people they have to donate all their proceeds, you know, because we work so darn hard, but of course we want to help. We want to help. And it's something that's very near and dear to Mandy, so that means it's near and dear to us. But anything will help, even if it's just, you know, telling you guys to go on certain sites, and hopefully Mandy can give us that kind of more detailed information there. I'm gonna work on her a little bit more, guys, and then I'm actually gonna hop off of here, and our next presenter should be ready. And if it's a little bit early, like I said, you can go on the pop-up shop and just kind of see, you know, what I have going on, what I have for sale right now. And I can do free shipping as well for if you do it on our Tuesday shopping experience, if you purchase on the Tuesday. Let's see. And I will have everything out, you know, in a timely fashion. Sometimes it does take me a little bit of time, but I will let you know that. But because I'm going to be leaving, I will absolutely be getting it right out so that I can, you know, be able to participate next week as well, and just not be worried about people not getting their pieces. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it, guys. So I might add a little bit of a pearl, it's metallic as well, to her dress. That's what I'm thinking. I wish I had a cream. I don't. Not a metallic, but I do have that. It's a white pearl. I think that would be really pretty. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Her foot. What? You want to see her foot? The white keeps drying up on me. And then her other foot's you know, hiding under here. Under her flowy dress. It's so pretty. I would love to have a dress like this. let's just say that these are her wedding, or not wedding, but like, oh, what is it called? Oh my goodness, engagement. Her engagement pictures. I actually witnessed somebody getting engaged on the beach. I think it was 2 years ago. It was early in the morning. That was pretty exciting. The crazy thing is, she never answered me, but I was on my way back, headed back home to New York. We had a wedding that I had my sister help me. We did all the decor and the setup and all that, and it was in Florida. And my sister lives in Florida, and so we stayed right on the beach. And we were, I was getting ready to leave. She was too, but not back to New York. I wish. I miss her so darn much. But so we were out there early having our coffee and looked over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that he's proposing to her. And it could just have been like a redo kind of thing. I'm not sure, but so we watched a little bit. Well, I was on my way home, and one of the crafters, it was her daughter. I could not believe it. I forgot that. Like, oh my gosh, I know that that's absolutely the one I just witnessed. So I thought that was so funny because it's not a popular place in Florida. I mean, it's not like a typical place at all. I can't remember what it was called. It's not Ponte Vedra, but it's kind of near that. My sister lives in Jacksonville. No, it's actually further away. It's an older town. It was nice. It was so quiet. My husband came as well, so it was just him and I, and then my sister came, to help me. The one night we were there for I think maybe 3 nights. But it was just really a really quiet town, and quiet time. It was in October, I think. No, it's September. Yeah, so it wasn't tourist time or anything. So it was really a very, very relaxing time. So yeah, I was just shocked. I mean, what are the odds? I don't remember even what her name is at all, the crafter. I believe she was on Craft Around the Clock, and I was too, so that's how I knew her, knew of her. I don't even think she knew who I was. I don't know. I wasn't really on Craft Around the Clock for that long. Because of this, actually, I couldn't have my shopping experience and be part of that because I forgot what the rules were. I'm not good at rules. I mean, I'm not good at remembering. I don't want to break them, so I just ended up, backing down off of my Craft Around the Clock days. But okay, guys, I pretty much got it pretty good. I hope that you're going to be able to see this. I'll be very sad if you can't. Okay, so she's got a lot of glistening around here, and I'll probably put the the gold. So here's the gold, you can see it. It's just because the sun is shining on it. It's not heavy like it looks in there. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it. Let me see. Turn it this way so you guys can see it good. It's a very pretty piece. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this, and stick around for the next crafter. I should have checked, but I don't know. I think it might be, it's usually Melanie, Be the Light Creations at 5 o'clock, but definitely go check out the shopping experience, because that's where you're gonna see all of us, the shopping experience. So this is what we have so far, and make sure you check out my shop. 10% of any purchase today on the shopping experience will go to Save the Manatees. Okay? And free shipping for today. Have a great one, guys.